What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome to Juggalo Talk, YouTube's only Juggalo talk show that isn't even a talk show, but we're Juggalos and we're talking. So let's talk. We have a couple topics we want to talk about. This is the new live stream that I've been kind of teasing at. So we're finally here. We're finally doing this. Before we get into our topics, first thing I got to do, I got to talk about memberships.
Well, that's a topic.
That's a topic, but that's just kind of the spiel. I gotta help promote the members a little bit. Shout out to the members who have been supporting the channel in bringing back giveaways here on the channel. If you'd like to be a part of it, you can hit the join button. You can hit the link in the description down below. Let's talk a little bit about the actual giveaway budget, as I call it. So the way that the memberships work, the channel gets money from the members. Memberships are $1.99 a month. So all that money comes into my actual channel analytics. So all the money that my channel earns from ads, all the money that my channel earns from memberships, that all pulls together, and then I reach a certain threshold of $100 that gets paid out to me. So what I have done is made a giveaway budget. That what I do is I take the actual amount of money earned from members, subtract that out. Then I take that remaining money, I split that in half. Half of it goes into the giveaway budget. So that's how it works, in case people were wondering. If you want to support the channel in doing future giveaways, greatly appreciate it. I'm sure giveaway winners will appreciate it. If not, it's all love either fucking way.
So you can just join as a member and you're already contributing to giveaways.
Exactly. So
and as a member, you get a voice in the giveaways too, right?
Right. So yes, that's one of the perks. Thank you for reminding me of that. So most memberships, they have perks. You get exclusive content, things like that. I typically try to just make content for everybody, but the biggest perk I could think of is, since members are supporting the channel, you know, they're paying for these giveaways, they're helping pay for these giveaways. Basically, you guys get the voice in what we do giveaways for. And I teased it a little bit when I did my ABK mystery bag unboxing. The members have spoken. 2 of them, anyway, have spoken. So we're going to be doing an ABK giveaway. We're going to be doing Shapeshifter Prelude. The Shapeshifter Prelude. Because Shapeshifter hasn't come out.
It's a classic. It's a good CD.
It's a good CD. So forecasting a little bit one of our topics. We will be talking a little bit about ABK today and Shapeshifter. So the next giveaway will be the Shapeshifter Prelude from Anybody Killer. So I will do a separate post for that.
I have a good idea for what the giveaway should be.
Here. What are you thinking?
I think people should like what they would shapeshift to if they could anything and why.
That's a pretty good one. I was just going to have people say...
well, it doesn't have to be an animal. Okay, it could be like a younger version of yourself or a better version of yourself. If you could shapeshift into anything, what would you do and why?
That's a good one. I was just going to go simple, yes, we want that native shit.
That's boring.
That's not boring.
I want creativity. I want to see.
I'm not sure where our live chat is. There's our live chat. Hell yeah. Okay.
You're a little bit behind there.
Yeah, I was wondering where the hell it went. So, as you guys know, when I do live streams, I am all about interacting with the chat. Kind of defeats purposes of super chats, but you know, that's what we do. We have topics we're going to talk about, but also try to talk with the chat as well.
So not to get you off topic, but back to the membership thing where you left off at. If you join and you become a member, you get to talk exclusively in like a chat with you and the other members.
Usually what I do is a post. I'll do posts, sometimes videos. I want to do live streams, but getting all the members together. So just members
get that.
Right.
So you guys get to have a voice and like what the giveaways are. If you object, if you think this is you get to put your input. If you say, hey, I think this would be a better idea.
Exactly.
Because ultimately, if you're contributing as a member, then that's money that you're contributing to.
Right. So
that's cool.
I typically do a video. Sometimes I just do a post.
No, I think that's really cool.
The live stream is ultimately like what I like to do, because it's a meeting. That's what I title them, as meetings.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you would like to become a member, join button, link in the description. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm going to do an actual announcement video for that giveaway. So one of the other perks, if you enter a channel specific giveaway, you get an extra entry. Your entry doubles up. So because you're helping pay for it. Hell yeah. Do we want to jump into the topics, or do we
Before
want
you jump into the second topic, maybe you should check the chat and see if there's any questions.
Okay.
Or anything.
We got Fear the Effing Beard. Hell yeah. Juggalo John. Whoop whoop.
And Nobody Man.
Nobody Man. Member. I didn't get a chance to send the shade giveaway winnings to you yet. I apologize for that. I'm trying to get those out. I got to remember to do that. I've been busy.
Do you need one of these for that?
Yeah.
This is something new we started for DC.
Yeah, because I'm ADHD as a motherfucker.
So this one, it's not showing it. It says dryer. And so
it says dryer on there. That's backwards because, mirrors and stuff.
So this is on the dryer. So when he puts his clothes in the dryer, he has to take this off and put it on him and wear it until the deed is done. And then you put it back. So
then do I have one that's also for folding clothes, or can I just take my clothes out
of
the dryer?
You need one for that shit. Damn. This man does laundry once a week. And by the time he needs laundry again, there's still clothes downstairs in the laundry.
Yeah.
Like, they never make it folded. Like, he just digs through his basket until he's out of clothes and he's like, oh, shit, I need to do laundry.
That's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
It's okay. We even each other out, so it's okay.
That sounded like you said we eat each other out.
Well.
Yeah, she licks my ball.
Let's keep this family-friendly live stream, okay?
She tosses my salad.
That's for members only live stream.
Nobody Man says both of you, DC and Megs. Yeah, people have been requesting to see Megs back in the live streams. We did a live stream for a while on her channel years ago called Lunch with Megs and DC. A lot of people really liked it.
I miss doing those. I really do. They were fun. But we had different work schedules too.
Yeah. And one of the things that there's a channel out, I don't know if you've heard of them, Toxic and Plague Entertainment. One thing they do is they're both in the live streams together talking. So I feel like that's an element I was missing, is having someone to really kind of interact with, especially with topics we're going to get into.
Because we don't eat out very much anymore. Because we recently you've become vegetarian mostly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were okay with sharing that or not.
So
there's really not a lot of fast food options. We just don't eat out very much, but we could do like a cooking one maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be kind of cool.
But I like this idea right here, Juggalo Talk.
Yeah.
Where we talk Juggalo shit because we're Juggalos, and it's not really a talk show at all. But it looks like Fear the Effing Beard, which his name is Ryan. If you don't know, I see somebody put in there. His name is Ryan. You actually met him at the gathering.
I met a lot of people at the gathering.
Yeah, I'll explain to you who he was after, because I don't want to say on the live stream how we know him.
So now I'm like even more curious.
Wow, yeah, it was some bullshit. So, and actually, he just became a member. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Fear the Effing Beard, for the support. Yeah, we're gonna be doing giveaways. So, fucking ER, man. Too many people get there.
We're actually trying to downsize a lot and minimalize in a lot of different aspects of our life. And I wondered what they thought about, since we're going through our closet soon, some old band t-shirts. They're not new, but is that a giveaway that you guys would be interested in? That's actually what I considered. Because you could sell them, but they're probably not worth much. But rather than do that or throw them away, give them to someone who can use them. I'm just trying to downsize. I have a ton of shirts I don't wear anymore. So for me, it's kind of I want to get more, but I'm running out of room. So I want to make room for more kind of thing. And it's so nice, to have enough space in your closet to look through clothes. Yeah. When it's so crammed full that you can't even look for stuff. Yeah, it's bad. And we all have our favorite band t-shirts that we gravitate to. I know I do. And I literally don't wear half of them because I only have 2 days a week that I can wear them because I have to dress up for work. So I don't get to wear a lot of them. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So members, if you are watching, sound off. Old t-shirts. Do we want to do those for giveaways? Deduct shipping out of the giveaway budget. I always say gathering. Every time I do this spiel when I talk about the giveaway budget, I always say gathering. I think it's because we had a gathering budget once.
So I'm just going to kind of skim through the chat a little bit, try to get caught up so we're not too buried, and we
Yeah,
can
and then
jump
when you
into
get
our
caught
actual.
up, we can go to the next topic.
So Shane and Ninja says, "What up, DCFAYGOGUY? What up, Shane and Ninja? What up, Eggs? I'll say what up to you for you.
What
or
up,
for
DC?
Them. Hayes, the Northside Mexican, he's in here. What up? John Paul, whoop whoop.
Who's Jose?
What's it go is me, bitch.
It's what was it? What was the girl version?
Oh, it was what was it? I don't fucking know.
It was a stupid TikTok that we got burnt in our heads. It was like
it was
a guy saying something, and she was like, "Who's that?" And it was like girls saying, "No way, Jose," and then they're like, "Who's Jose?" And then it is this guy that like popped around the corner. He's like, "Hola, bitch."
Oh yeah, hola, bitch. Yeah, Michael Bowley. We'll probably think of it later. Yeah. I can't think of it
after the live stream. It'll come to me.
Yeah, a lot of people up in here. Witchcraft Shawty. What's up? Trey Allen. Yeah, everybody shows love to TPE, and they're just killing it. They just started their YouTube channel in January. They already have 1,500 subscribers.
Dang.
I know, like that's the fastest growing Juggalo channel I've ever seen. So
good for them. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing something right. So
yeah, that's passion.
Stony Low, what up?
It's passion, you know. People vibe off of that.
Yeah.
When people can tell that people are doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah. So we want to jump into topics. We're caught up right now. I'm gonna try not to get too distracted with the chat. So I do want to acknowledge the chat.
Well, you have a list of we have a list of 4 topics. So when we get done with the topic, why don't you just check the chat and then do it like that?
That's a great idea. All right, let's jump right into this. And
that way, if people are commenting on something that you're talking about, you can kind of your closing statements or whatever, you know.
Yeah, good idea. So the first topic.
You gotta stop clapping. You're like gonna blow out my eardrum.
Sorry about that. So the first topic on the agenda, on the itinerary for tonight.
It's the second topic.
It's the first topic.
It's not. Look, no, this is the first one.
That's because memberships are something I need to
practicing your counting. 1, 2.
So the first topic for tonight is, of course, the gathering. It's what's that post say? It's like 37 days away. It's like just barely a month away now.
I've literally been reading all the comments on Instagram from every post about the gathering, and there's a lot of unhappy people.
Yeah, it seems to be. Well, we'll dive into that. So gathering, no lineup has been announced. It's looking to be pretty small. They've announced ICP. They've announced Big Hoodoo, Ouija Mac. I think DJ Clay might have been on there.
Is ICP gonna play? Because they announced that?
Yeah, they were on there.
Okay.
Yeah, when you go to the actual shows and stuff, they're on there. Ouija Mac, Big Hoodoo, which as of, I don't know when, they are the only ones officially on Psychopathic Records. Like when you go to their website, it's ICP, Big Hoodoo, and Ouija Mac. So, yeah. They're the only ones that's been announced for the gathering. You have Inner City Posse. Then you have, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing DJ Clay on there. But as far as I know, I haven't even really checked to see who all's going to be at the gathering. I think that's it.
I don't know if they've released an official lineup.
They haven't announced a lineup. They don't have an infomercial out yet. They don't have.
And when you go to the website, like the events is empty. The map shows the camping areas and the stages, but no like seminar tent, no merch tent, no game convention tent, like nothing. And it kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's looking to be very small, but
well, even if they did like seminars on like the main stages, like even if they couldn't have the tents because of COVID restrictions, they would put that on the events. That's a huge event, like the seminars. So they could do that on like the main stages and stuff. And it's weird that it's not on there. So that kind of makes me feel like maybe they're not going to have any seminars.
Yeah, well, because they don't have seminar tents. They don't have autograph tents.
No, but
They
I'm
just
saying
have
if
the main
they,
stages
what
on the
I'm
map.
saying is if they can't have that because of COVID restrictions,
Right.
they can't have tents. They would have another choice of doing the seminars on the main stages or any stage.
True.
So why would that not be on the events listed? And because it's not, that makes me think they're not going to have it because that's a given, like seminars, right?
Yeah.
And they haven't listed anything, which, especially with their new album coming up, that would be something you would want to promote to sell more tickets. Like, oh, they might be, you know, talking about that in the seminar.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on the website about a seminar.
Which I've had this wild hunch that they'll release Yum Yum Flower or Yum Yum Bedlam at the gathering. That's purely 100% speculation on my part, though.
Wait, can you bring up the map real quick to see if there's merch tents or anything?
I can. The chat's not going to be able to see it because I didn't use Streamlabs.
Well, someone just said in the chat that they did see a merch tent, so I'm just curious.
Yeah, they have merch tents, but they don't have the autograph tent.
Well, that's my bad. When I looked at it, I didn't remember seeing any.
I gotta actually search it. I actually finally closed out the website on my phone because let's just jump into it. Yeah, there's very like 99% chance we're not going. We've pretty much set our sights on Hollow Wicked. You know, you want to give your reasons why?
Me first?
Yeah, go first. That way I can look up this real quick. Yeah, it's 1 month and 3 days away.
Dang. Already?
Yeah, it's approaching fastly.
I want to see the map.
Okay, but talk about your reasonings.
I can't focus.
Okay, you want me to focus? Here, so for me, the big thing was
you're like way too loud. Like you gotta turn this down or something. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay, if you want to just leave yours out, that's fine.
Okay.
The big one for me was when the car passes sold out, I've said it in my video, I pumped the brakes hard because we bring a lot of shit.
Well, the no car passes is kind of a deal breaker for me too.
Yeah.
I think that's one that we agree on.
Like we had talked about just parking as close to the nearest campground as camping as close to the parking lot as we can so that we can just haul our shit that way. But even then it's like we've got a lot of shit.
I don't see a merch tent.
It's right along there. See the merch bazaar?
Oh.
It's that merch tent like before.
I thought it used to be down here. That's why I was looking down there.
People have offered to help us haul our shit to our site, but
I would not put that on anybody. We get a lot of shit.
Yeah. So when the car pass is sold out, that kind of dropped us down to like a 75% chance of going. But then I got sick, and actually Megs has been recovering from it because she got it from me. There's a stomach bug going around, and I ended up missing 2 days of work. And I haven't been working at my new job long enough to have like a week, 2 weeks of PTO saved up. So getting sick really put a damper on being able to go to the gathering.
Now, there still is one option because our boss is pretty flexible with like letting us work over if we have to. So that week of the gathering, you could work like 12-hour days, Monday and Tuesday.
That's a possibility too.
I'm just saying. It is an option, but that doesn't guarantee that we'll get the PTO.
Right.
With it being so last minute. When they announced the gathering, the next day we put our PTO in. We didn't buy tickets because we weren't sure if we were going to get it or not. So the day they announced it, the next day we put our PTO in, and we came home that day planning to buy tickets. Like we tried to do like our finances and make sure that we would have enough to buy 2 tickets and a car pass, and they were sold out of car passes.
Yeah.
In a day. We were like, what?
Yeah. And a lot of people they've been reaching out, they've been saying, you know, that you don't need a car pass. They've been saying that they would help us carry stuff. But I think also for you and I
don't want to be a burden to anybody.
Right. We don't want to be a burden to anybody, but also on the same hand, when you look at the gathering at this current moment right now, because anything can happen over the weekend, everything like that. With them not announcing all the people that's going to be there, looking at the map and not seeing a seminar tent, not seeing an autograph tent, it looks to me like the gathering is primarily just going to be shows, concerts. Yeah. And one of the things we loved about the gathering was going to the auction, going to the Family Feud at night, the comedy shows at night. And if those are a lot of things they're not going to have, then there's a huge element of the gathering that we enjoy that's now taken out. So we're kind of looking at it also of, we go on this camping trip, go see some concerts, but again, a huge element of what we enjoy about the gathering has just been removed.
And I don't want to discourage anybody from trying to go to the gathering, especially if you've never been. But this doesn't seem like it's going to be a typical gathering. And for me personally, I don't go to the gathering for ICP concerts. I don't go there to see ICP. Like, I can go see ICP at tons of other shows and get a lot closer. Like, we just went to the Prom Massacre ICP show.
Yeah.
I would never be able to get that close to the stage at a gathering. I go to the gathering for the family, the events, the games, like, just sitting at the campsite, just chilling with each other. Like, that's what I go to the gathering for.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the seminars, and they have like the stand-up comedy, and they have game conventions and stuff, and like that stuff's really fun to me, and I really enjoy that. Just hanging with family, and I mean, obviously, like seeing the concerts too,
right?
And like the last gathering we went to, we got to see. I have like sick brain right now. It was the first time we've ever seen him in concert.
Oh. I don't know. Zug Island?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Zug Island.
They're super underrated. Okay. So there was like not a lot of people there. And we got like really close, and it was an amazing show. And I love that.
Wait, Zug Island they were packed for that one. That was the Cracked Tile show. It was I think just about every Juggalo
when he had
that
to
was
yell?
There. Yeah. There was a lot of people there.
Not compared to like ICP on set.
Yeah. True, I guess. There was a lot of people
there. It wasn't even the same stage. You can't compare the two.
There was a lot of people there, though.
But I could get up to the front, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could walk up and get really close. Is what my point is.
Okay.
We weren't even that far, and we were sitting in lawn chairs, and then later we moved up closer. Like, we couldn't do that with ICP. If you wanted to be in a lawn chair, you'd be back really far.
Yeah. I'm
just saying, if I wanted to see ICP in concert, I would just go to one of their concerts. The gatherings are so much more to me than just that. It's a lot more than that to me.
Yeah.
It's family, and a lot of our friends aren't going to go this year too. So that kind of stinks too.
Yeah, I think Como was the one that said he wasn't sure that he was going to go to this one. We camped with him at the last one at the Super Gathering. Man, we had such fucking fun.
And Timmy can't go this year.
Timmy's never been. Timmy's
got to go, but this is not going to be the gathering for him. And I understand that.
Yeah.
But one of these years, we're going to drag his ass there.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is I wonder why it is they haven't announced anything. Why haven't they announced artists or anything? Are they still trying to book them? Are they hoping to sell more tickets before they say, hey, we're only going to have this many shows? And then people are like, whoa, like it's not even, you know what I mean? Because I know initially the last minuteness of it, a lot of people were saying that they couldn't financially swing it. I've seen that where people that have gone every year.
So then how do they sell out of car passes already?
Yeah,
how do they sell out car passes in one day?
I'm definitely questioning that one too.
When they usually, a lot of people use like tax time to buy gathering tickets. And unfortunately, we couldn't do that this year. So how do they sell out of car passes?
Yeah. They had to limit the shit out of those, which
makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
More cars, more social distancing.
That's true. I could be in my car talking to people.
But there's more space between tents.
That's true too. The CD loving Kiwi with that $5 super chat says, "Good to see you guys looking happy and healthy. Thank you, homie."
Not so healthy right now, but yeah, I am happy.
She's sick, so
I am very sick right now.
I'm not sure if you know the CD loving Kiwi. That was New Zealand Juggalo guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a new channel, so that's who he be.
But yeah, so how do they? It doesn't make sense how they could possibly sell out already.
Yeah, there he is. Coma Black in the chat. I'm still uncertain if I'll be there. We were just talking about you. I don't know.
We all know you ain't gonna leave that cute little dog at home, and you ain't gonna trust nobody else to watch your baby, your first, right? Yours is your first dog, being a dog owner, so he ain't gonna trust nobody else to watch this dog.
Yeah, and he's a first time. Is this your first time having a dog, right?
I think so.
So he's a dog dad now.
He's definitely a dog.
That changes everything.
My bad.
Oh, that's her.
I should be in bed by now.
Yeah, that's her. We need to get going to bed alarm. We're not going to bed though. We're doing Juggalo talk. We're only on the first topic, so we've got 2 more that we like to talk about. Plus,
I think too, it should be mentioned that we're not like drinkers.
Yeah, we're not partiers.
No, we're partiers. No, we're not.
Well,
we're partiers. We just don't drink.
When you say a partier, though, I think people think drugs, alcohol, that kind of shit. We don't like do
That's
that.
what you think.
Our version of getting live is drinking a fucking monster.
We can party. You want some Skip-Bo and some finger food, we'll party.
Did you like me to fix you some sandwiches?
The whole drinking scene isn't for us. So concerts are mostly at night, so what are we going to do all day?
Hang out, man, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of breaks my heart that there's no seminars, there's no game. The last gathering we went to, they had it wasn't like the game convention. It wasn't as good as a gaming library where you could like rent games, and then they had like tables, and it was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And it was in the shade. It's a place to take a break on that big ass hill.
Yeah, fuck that hill.
But and not having that, Tom Wood announced he was going to be there.
Yeah.
But because I've been checking Instagram and stuff. I haven't seen anybody else really announce.
Right, which means either they're being told to stay quiet about it, or they just haven't.
Why they would want to sell more tickets? They would want to promote it. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. That's why I feel like they're not announcing it yet, because if they announce they announced the full gathering and they don't have a lot of people, I think ticket sales will start to slow down. You know what I mean? Because the sales are final. So once you buy that ticket and they announce that, hey, we've only got 10 groups that's going to be here.
It could be one of the theories one of the things I was thinking about is it could just be because of COVID, they weren't really sure if they were going to be able to have it. So they've been kind of reserved on booking and planning things. And it seems like very last minute they got the okay because it was announced so late and so close to the actual gathering itself.
Yeah.
So they probably got the the word like last minute from Legend Valley. Hey, we got the approval. Go ahead and come. But I still think you would still have like seminars, and there has to be some stand-up comedian you can book. You would still have Family Feud. You could still have all those things that wouldn't require major advance and booking. So I don't get why.
Unless they couldn't afford to get the tent. If they couldn't rent the tents.
Oh, like they sold the tents maybe out of desperation?
Well, I don't think they own those tents. I think they rent them every year.
So maybe they're waiting on more ticket sales to do something like that?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't even know how much one of those things would cost. I'm sure a couple hundred. I
mean, I've heard Jump Steady say in the past that, for Gathering 17, a lot of the things that he added, like the skydivers, originally that he wasn't planning to book that.
Right.
But because the Gathering 17 tickets did so well, they had so much extra money, he started adding more things to the actual gathering. So
he's dreaming. And Coma said that was his first dog ever.
Yeah.
And yes, fuck that hill. That was awful.
Yeah, fuck that hill. We missed a lot of shows at the Super Gathering because of that hill.
Was so bad that we made an agreement that we were only going to do that hill once a day.
I actually did it 2 times a day.
Well, because he go up for breakfast, but I made that commitment once a day. He did twice. So it was like, if we go up, we're staying up. So we kind of planned our whole day because there was actual events. We planned our whole day around we're going to stay down the hill for this long so we can go to these shows.
Right.
And then go up towards the second half of the day that way, because ICP was always, the big ones on the big stage.
Yeah, we always made sure we didn't go up that hill until we were going up for main stage.
Mm-hmm. And then we stayed there until bedtime.
So, but typically what I did, I woke up, I went and got breakfast because all the food vendors were up that hill. And
this is a sick joke, let me tell you.
And then I made my rounds to the merch booth. Because that was when I was trying to get Forgotten Freshness Volume 6, and they finally had it, so I didn't have to keep going to the merch booth every morning. So.
That hill was awful. And I think what made it so awful was just how steep it was.
Okay, Liam just said Clownvis, RA the Ragged Man, and Psy only people announced so far.
Okay, so they do got a couple people going.
The Jelly Roll's working on new music though. Yeah, that's the other thing I was wondering is if they were going to book Jelly Roll. Because I remember there was a big...
Who knows? There's no lineup.
There was a big kind of fuss about that for the Super Gathering because Jelly Roll's been to like the last 7 gatherings and they didn't book him. And the reason they told him was they didn't want to book the same acts over and over.
No, they didn't. Is there proof of that?
Yeah, it's on Twitter.
What?
But one of the things... Well, it wasn't on Twitter. I think it was... I think Jumpsteady addressed it in like a live stream or something like that.
No, that makes no sense.
But he was saying that was one of the reasons they didn't book him was because they had him at so many in a row that they wanted to switch it up. But then they also booked like Isham and things like that. So he was pointing that out like you booked this one you booked this, you know what I mean? So like he was a little upset about it because I guess Jelly Roll's an actual Juggalo that just happens to be a rapper.
That can't be true.
That's what I've heard. That's what I had heard.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was what Jumpsteady had stated. They didn't want it to book that many in a row. You know what I mean? Like am I explaining it right?
That makes 0 sense. Like if Juggalos enjoy seeing him,
yeah.
And he wants to go and he wants to perform, why burn that relation? Why? I don't make no sense. I'm sorry.
Stony Low says they talked about Jelly Roll in the Patreon. And I knew they did it in a live stream somewhere. They had addressed it.
That's it. Okay, I'm just going to say it. That seems like a cover for something else. That does not seem like a legit reason. ICP plays every year.
Yeah.
We're going to do one without them?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they come every year?
And I'm a new fan of Jelly Roll, and I actually was just starting to listen to Jelly Roll around the time that he didn't get booked at the gathering.
They can't give him a little side stage at minimum.
Man, Jelly Roll has blown the fuck up now.
Oh, you know what else?
They would have to make him main stage, I think. Which he was the last time he was at 28. He was at Whoopstock, and I was there.
Is that so many people would go that they would have to make it main stage because it would be such a good show, and they're not going to book him because they've had him before.
That was before.
That makes no sense.
That was before. He's worked with Tech now, so his name's out there more.
So why wouldn't you want him unless you couldn't afford him? And instead of saying we can't afford you.
That was before.
No, what I'm saying is that seems like maybe not totally truthful.
What I'm saying, that was before, though. Like, he's blown up after. Because just this last year was when he worked with Tech. And
I'm not buying it. That does not seem like a legit reason. Do you know what else they don't have either listed? Like the wet t-shirt contest or like a costume contest.
Well, that's what I'm wondering because
or any of the other contests they had.
They usually do the Juggalette pageant and the Wicked Clown University or whatever it's called.
So those
and the Faygo launching contest, that's normally on second stage.
And those are big fave, but they also have those every year.
I mean, if they did have those,
they have them every year, right?
Yeah.
But we can't have Jelly Roll.
Yeah. But if they did have those, if they had those competitions, that would be something to go do during the day. And
but why wouldn't you put that on the website?
Right. I think it might be.
Unless you're not gonna have it.
I haven't been checking regularly like
I've been.
Let's look into here. Flavor.
Not that I would go without you because you're PTO. I'm just saying.
Coming soon. So they haven't even announced competitions yet.
Yeah. And it's like a month away.
So I don't know what's going on here. I did see Replicon Radio says... Where was that? They put Zitro was announced. I have no idea who Zitro is.
Where was he announced? I mean, is this on Instagram? Because I've only been checking like Instagram and Facebook.
Well, let's see.
I don't have him on. Well, I have him on Twitter, but I don't get on Twitter anymore.
Oh, so look, they don't even have all 3 stages on the actual artists. They have just 2 of the stages. The Bedlam stage, you have Big Hoodoo, which is, from what I understand, that's
so what if they can't
right?
afford? Like, what you were saying? They can't afford the tents. Those stages cost a lot of money too.
Yeah.
Probably a couple thousand, I would imagine, just for setup alone. And then they gotta have people tearing down. That costs too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just too expensive, especially with COVID. They couldn't do shows and stuff. I don't know where they make the most of their money. But I'm just saying.
More artists to be announced soon. Inner City Posse and DJ Clay. That's it. So unless they've done it on social media, I haven't seen it. I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. What DC been doing giveaways before they were? Who are we talking about? What?
Before who was the champ?
Wait. TPE said that you copied them on the giveaways. You stole their concept. Fact check, motherfuckers. I've been doing giveaways since I fucking started. Whatever.
I didn't know that giveaways was a copyright thing.
You know what I mean? I guess, you know.
People are allowed to have their opinions.
Yeah, they can say what they want to say. It's all good. They can think what they want to think. I've been doing giveaways. So, it's whatever. Let them think what they want to think. But
so
if you guys are on their channel and you see them say that, you correct them. Let them know. I think some of my giveaway video announcements are still live years ago. We could share those with them.
So I guess back to what you originally had asked was what my reasons were for not going is obviously if DC can't go, unlike him, I would not go without him.
You had a choice to go. You chose not to.
I had a choice to go or lose my job.
That's true.
And not have money to financially hold my own when I was single. Who's going to support me?
To be fair, that year we were split up when I bought my tickets. And then we got back together before the gathering happened.
My question was, you said your argument was that I had a choice.
That's true.
What choice did I have? If I'm a single person, I have to be able to financially support myself. And so they wouldn't let me have the time off. So it was go, which if I could redo it, I would. If I could redo it, I would totally lose my job and go. That's like a regret that I will forever live with for the rest of my life. Like even just seeing pictures of you at the gallery makes me super sour because I wish I was there.
Yeah.
But at the time, being younger and less financially stable, it scared me like to lose the job that I hadn't quite had for a year. And I was still in college, so I did not have a degree to get a better job. So this job I felt like was my best bet. Like if I lost this job, I wasn't going to be able to find another job. This is pre-COVID. Yeah. Okay, so ain't nobody was hiring. But, I live with that regret a lot.
Team Megs versus Team DC.
Anyways, so I guess my biggest reason is like he's really worried about his PTO not getting approved.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could live with the guilt of being there and having fun and knowing you're stuck at home working. Like that would break my heart. Going
to Whoopstock was difficult to be there by myself without you.
So. I'm glad you were miserable.
Yeah. You definitely, if you went without me, you wouldn't. Yeah, I honestly feel you wouldn't have as much fun. Because I did.
He would like text me once a day or like call me once a day, like check in, and like he would like tell me like how like, oh, I wish you were here, whatever, and I couldn't help but smile because I was kind of happy that but I wanted you to have fun. So I guess that would be my main reason. But if the PTO wasn't an issue, my main reasons for not buying a ticket yet is the fact that there are no car passes. Yeah. I have a bad leg, and I walk with a medical assistant device, and I have like a brace and stuff. So I can't physically carry my stuff like that. I need a car pass. Like in getting wagons to carry stuff really isn't an option either, because that would leave it on him to do like multiple trips by himself, and I can't live with that, and I don't want to be anybody else's burden. So I need a car pass.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing for me. And the other thing that's kind of holding me back is, well, no, I mean, I guess even if they didn't have any lineups or anything, and we had the car pass and we had the PTO, there would be nothing holding me back. I would go.
Yeah.
Even if it was just a concert. Our dog's dreaming.
Noisy.
Even if it was just a concert, if we had a car pass and we had the PTO, there would be nothing holding me back.
I do see what Fear the Effing Beard is saying about camping in the parking lot, and we've talked about it, just trying to get to that closest campground.
That's more walking though.
Yeah, it's a lot of trips back and forth. So I've considered it. I'm honestly. Let me ask you this.
Whoa.
Let me ask you this.
Whoa. You're so loud.
Where are you at percentage-wise on going?
So here's the other thing. In order for me to camp comfortably, I like to take a shower tent. And I think you agree. We like to take a shower. In order for us to be like not miserable, we like to take a shower at night before we go to bed or in the morning or whatever. You get back from a concert, you're soaking in Faygo. I want to take a shower. And I'm not using the shower things there. Are they even listed on the map? Are they even having shower tents?
I don't know. They should.
But I'm not using that. So we would have a tent and a shower tent to put up every day. We can't leave that in the parking lot, right? We have to pick that up in the morning.
You what? We can't what?
If we camp in the parking lot, are we allowed to leave stuff up, or do we have to take it down every night or every morning?
Oh, probably take it down because I don't know. Fear the Effing Beard says he doesn't like that. No, like tent in the parking lot next to your car. You go up the hill for seminar tent regardless.
So, but we would have to get a new tent then because our tent is like huge.
Yeah.
Which we could, but I want a big enough tent that I guess if we had the shower tent, we could change in there.
Yeah.
So we would only need the shower tent and then a small sleeping tent, right?
Yeah, I'm still on the...
It's too bad your seats won't fold down. We could just sleep in the damn car.
Yeah, I'm still on the... I would be willing to go to the Ultra Live campground. It's right there by the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I'd still consider that.
If there's a spot. You don't think every other ninja out there that doesn't have a car pass ain't thinking the same thing?
They usually try to get as close to the stage as they can get. I don't know.
You think we're not the only ones thinking that same thing?
So that brings me back to my question. Percentage-wise, how high of a chance do you think you have of going?
Without a car pass?
Yeah.
I mean, we really hadn't talked about like sleep. If you could get if your seats folded down, or like remove your seats, we could sleep in the car, and then just use the shower tent to like shower and change clothes in the morning, and then pack the shit up, and then just be gone all day.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice, like, especially when you go. Well, I don't know. They're not gonna have like a lot of events. It's nice between events and stuff to go back to your tent and take a nap. And
yeah,
we take a little portable toilet with us when we camp, and we kind of avoid the porta potty. I mean, we use them, but we try to avoid them if we can. And so that's what was so nice about having one at our campsite is we would go back to our campsite, get fresh water or cold water, whatever, use the bathroom, restock, and go back out.
Yeah.
And not having that, I think I would really miss that.
All right, so back to my question again. You gotta give me a number.
So I gave my reasons. What's your reasons
for not going? The car pass is a big one, but I've considered other options as far as camping closer to the parking lot, all that good shit. What's really stopping me is the PTO. That's honestly all that's stopping me.
So if you had
not being able to get the time off.
PTO, would you still go even though you wouldn't have a car pass?
Yeah, I would.
Without me? I'm just kidding. It's a trick question. Don't answer that.
I mean, there would
Don't dig yourself in a hole for no reason.
I mean, there would be less stuff if I just went by myself.
Are you serious? That's awful.
Shout out to Crusader Gamer becoming a member. Thank you for your support, homie. Since you are a new member, we're going to be doing a giveaway for ABK's Shapeshifter Prelude. If you are down with that, I try to have all my members have a voice in doing the giveaways that we do. So if you enter that giveaway, which I'll make in a separate post, you will get a second entry automatically. That's one of the perks that I give. I can't publicly announce that in my memberships because YouTube looks at it as, oh, you're offering them, like, it said something about like gambling or some shit like that, or like a lottery is what it said. So it wouldn't allow me to actually announce that as a perk. So if you do enter giveaways, you get an automatic second entry into it if it's a channel giveaway. But the other thing we were talking about earlier, my brain. We've been considering downsizing a little bit, so I have a lot of shirts that I've considered getting rid of.
We together have a lot of shirts.
We have a lot of shirts. So we talked about possibly doing giveaways of just giving away my old shirts.
And they would be different sizes. So they would be like 2X, 3X, 4X. They're going to be different.
Well, primarily.
And we have some extra large too. Like,
oh, we do, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
That were given to us. So, yeah.
So, like, I guess I know it may sound really high maintenance, but the car pass is the deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
In the way that I like to have all my stuff close to me. I like to have an area to lock my stuff up. I don't want to unpack and pack up every day. I want to be able just to go back to my tent and take a nap.
Yeah.
If I'm not feeling good or you get sick, I want to be able to go back and just relax. There was many times where one of us went back to the tent and one of us didn't. That would be nice to have that. And I mean, we could still do it in a car, but it just wouldn't, you know how hot it's going to be in a car?
They're very hot. Like when you said sleep in the car, I was like,
so you're already against it.
I'd sleep outside. I'd just sleep on the hood of the car.
And you're going to get bird shit in your mouth.
Yeah, probably.
But I know it might sound like really high maintenance, and I'm not saying that without a car pass, there's no way that we can make it work. But I think it's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. So
and I think them not having a bunch of events and not even having a lineup kind of makes it easier for me to be like, well, I think I'll just pass this year. Yeah.
So let's say tomorrow they announce all the lineup. They've got like Kung Fu Vampire there. Tech will be there. Jelly Roll would be there, which I know you're not a huge Jelly Roll fan.
I'd probably sit down. You don't even have to listen anymore. I'd probably sit down with a notebook and be like, look, babe, how can we make this happen?
How can we downsize?
How can we take like a trailer or something, and how can we make this work?
That wouldn't solve the problem, though, because we'd still have to haul the shit to our campsite.
Well, no, we would camp out in the parking lot like he was saying.
Oh, that's actually a genius idea. Leave a trailer and just fucking set up a tent in the trailer.
Like we'd have to buy a smaller tent.
Mind blown. Why don't we always just do that?
But we could somehow strap it to the trailer so it doesn't like blow away.
You know, a lot of people I've seen just fucking rent a U-Haul truck and we
can do how hot that would be? You know how hot it was in our tent?
Yeah, that's true.
But look, don't let him fool you. He's high maintenance.
Oh, dude, I am.
He had to have a fan, cooling towels, and then it didn't matter that we were out to a concert till 3 a.m. This man would have to sleep with a pillow on his back, with a pillow on his face, so he couldn't see the daylight because the daylight would wake him up. And I'm like, how can that? Like, you have to be exhausted. People are like shooting fireworks off next to us. There's that wrestling ring, and you can sleep through that, but you can't see daylight.
Yeah, I can't. Like, daylight bugs me. The heat bugs me. I
know.
I honestly, I need to get a tattoo on the back of my neck that says "perishable, keep refrigerated."
So could you imagine sleeping in your car? How miserable you would be.
Oh fuck yeah!
And my thing is having the area to stretch and stand up and move.
If you would let me go spend the money, we could buy a generator, have a generator with a fan blowing into that box truck.
So when you said that we had too much shit, this is why we have too much shit.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to talk me into a generator. That's not camping. A generator is not camping.
To me, it still is.
No.
Because you're still out in the elements. You just have something helping you fight those elements.
No.
I don't think it's glamping. Not at all.
I didn't say glamping. I said it's not camping.
Joker's gonna sell those extra shirts and buy a car pass from someone for more than what they paid. Everything got a price. I don't really want to spend a bunch of money on a car pass.
At that point, you'd already have like 400 in it. Because tickets
at that rate, we could just go get a hotel.
Oh, did you mention that? Yeah, you hadn't mentioned that. Because one of the options, we were trying to figure out how to make it to the gathering still.
Yeah.
So we were looking up like hotel rates and stuff, and that whole week of the gathering, they jack up the rates $100 a night.
Yeah.
On top of their original price.
Yeah, it was like when I booked it, I was trying to book a hotel for Thursday, or was it Wednesday?
Well, we took it off so we could save more money. So we were thinking like just like Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah. It was like $600-$700 for a hotel. That wasn't including gathering tickets. Driving out there. I was like, fuck no. I don't know how people do hotel gatherings. That shit's expensive. I always sleep in my car together and bring a tent with me every year. And
like, I don't know how you do it.
It's so true. And we actually have a hilarious story about Coma Black. We wake up the night before he had went. I forget what show it was. You said you went to.
But what was the sweetest part was how drunk he was. He left the light on for us.
Yeah, we wake up.
It was so sweet though.
We wake up the next day. We come out. And so the way we were set up, we had our tent here and a canopy here, a shower tent here, and we let Coma camp with us, and he was parked over here. So under our canopy was a table. We walk out, we just see red everywhere.
Everywhere, on the grass, on the canopy, on the table, on everything.
Who the fuck died out here? And then like I walked over to see if Coma was in his car, and he was, and I looked down and his hands are all red. And he explained to us what happened was he was trying to mix a drink packet in a bottle of water, and he totally missed. So he had it all over him. It
so
just red everywhere.
I don't remember it like that. I don't remember seeing his hands like that. I remember like us kind of going to bed like, so someone was at our campsite eating and doing shit, you know, that like weren't welcomed or whatever. We didn't think, well, I didn't know it was Coma because Coma wasn't in his car. He wasn't there when we got back. He was like still out partying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to bed, like, hope he makes it home okay, you know. And the next morning, we get up and he's like asleep in his car. So we're like, God, this, like, the mess was even more, like, when we had daylight. And then when he finally did wake up, because we were sitting on our lawn chairs, he opens his door and, like, just beer cans roll out. He's got red all over his face, all over his, like, literally caught red-handed. He had like no idea that he even did it because he was drunk. But yeah, we were like joking around about it later. It was really funny and it made a really good memory.
See, we gotta go. I'm sure something would happen like that, to where we could get another memory just like that. Replicon Radio says they got funny. 2 nights, 157. Where did you book that at?
Pretty sure Coma got like 0 powder in his actual water.
Yeah, he intended to have flavored water. That shit was just water.
Yeah.
Money for the tax car pass would come from shirts you don't want, so it don't really matter that you're paying extra. I suppose that's a good point.
I don't know that we would be able to sell enough shirts. I'm currently banned from or temporarily. What was it? Not banned.
It was suspended.
I'm suspended from eBay. Because they're doing away with PayPal, and so now you have to link up your bank account, and conveniently, my bank account's not on there. So now I can't link up. So I can still sell stuff, I just can't post anything new. So the stuff that I have on my eBay page can still sell, and it will go to my PayPal account, but I can't post anything else until they basically have to go get another bank account and set it up through eBay. I just haven't done it yet. I've just been really busy.
Well, I think Joker's Gala is probably kind of intending for us to sell on the Psychopathic Museum, which isn't a bad idea. We could probably, some of those shirts being older, some of the older shirts. But
so then a bunch of random strangers have your address.
They won't know it's me. We'll use your name. Yeah.
Now they know.
America's best, and he stayed there every year at Legend Valley. We'll go fucking take a look then.
You miss so much when you're in hotels, unfortunately.
But if it's a smaller gathering anyways, you know what I mean?
I'm open to that.
We could stay there till about 4 o'clock, head to the gathering grounds, because most of the main stage doesn't start till 5.
And does it come with free bed bugs?
Yeah, usually they do, yeah. Most of them do.
Most what?
Most hotels. My biggest issue with hotel gathering is I don't want to try to drive to the hotel half asleep. We're morning birds. We have a morning shift job, so by 10 o'clock...
Early birds. We're early birds.
Usually by 10 o'clock, we're starting to get tired. Like right now, I'm starting to get tired. It's 10:29 here on the East Coast, and I'm getting tired. So always trying to stay up till midnight for main stage. And usually, if you were lucky, they actually went on at midnight.
Do you remember?
If not a little bit after.
Do you remember when we tried staying awake for Dark Lotus?
Oh yeah, we missed the last performance of Dark Lotus at Gathering 17 because we fell asleep waiting. I think we watched Young Wicked, fell asleep. I woke up to catch just the beginning part of Mayday.
The only thing that woke us up was
asleep.
people pushing into us because we were in lawn chairs.
Yeah.
Because we were we could not physically stand anymore. So we were like, okay, well, we'll go to the back, sit and rest. And then we get when Dark Lotus goes on, we'll get our second wind or our fifth wind or whatever and go back up. And the crowd was just getting so big.
Which what I don't understand is why the fuck did they have Dark Lotus at the second stage?
So then we were walking back to our tent because we physically could not stand for the show. We were both so exhausted. So we're I gotta cry. We just couldn't do it. We're they were so late to get on. So we're walking back to our campsite and this golf cart's relatively slow enough that we could see everybody in it. Goes right past us and it's Dark Lotus.
Yeah, 2 carts go by, Dark Lotus.
We literally were walking half asleep and I'm
there they go.
And then I look back at how much we just walked. And I'm it's the same distance, the rest of the distance to our tent and back to the stage.
Yeah,
we were kind of well, what do you want to do? And I was I don't know, what do you want to do?
So if you guys remember Gathering 17, where the second stage was, if you went down that path that went back up towards the hill that went up to where the seminar tent was, we were to the right of that. We were over by the JCW ring. We got down to pretty much right where that little strawberry daiquiri food vendor was. That's when we saw them. So we had walked that far, half asleep, stumbling, ready to fall over when we seen them. And we're well, there they go.
I don't think I've ever been so tired in my life. I physically was having trouble walking. It was that losing control feeling was really kind of scary.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that really kind of worried me too is everyone was cramping in because they had it on the second stage, which I still can't wrap my head around. So we were starting to think we're half asleep. Crowds are pushing in. This seems like a bad situation to put ourselves in.
It was bad. We were getting pushed around pretty bad.
So
I think too, the part of that was because it was our first gathering that we didn't want to miss anything. We were just so oh, let's go do this, let's go do that, and we just were sleep deprived in general.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I hate that we missed that because it was the last Dark Lotus performance.
When we would go to bed at 4 a.m. because that's when everything ends. We're back up at 6 a.m. We just can't help it. We're just internal clock. So we never really got much sleep.
Yeah. I don't see this.
There's talking about the prom night massacre in the comments.
Crazy McCormick's in the chat. Whoop, whoop. Yakima Juggalo. Whoop, whoop. Scrub Lord. Yo, DC, I'm starting to buy vinyl now. Just curious what your vinyl setup is like. Need ideas what I should go with. Remember that?
I want to ask somebody else then.
Yeah, remember that conversation I said about downsizing? I've actually considered selling my vinyl. I haven't played them. My setup, I don't really have a setup here. I had a really good one at our apartment years ago that I did all my reviews for.
Well, you should hold on to it for a little bit longer. I think if you sell too soon, you're going to regret it.
Yeah, maybe. But they haven't been releasing any more vinyls, so I was just kind of I don't know. I feel like maybe I should sell them. I don't know.
Prom night was really good.
Yeah, where was that
super
question?
Intimate. It was super nice. Got it's just the vibe, the people. It was awesome.
Tell us about the prom night massacre. It was really cool. I loved the way that they had it set up like an actual prom night.
Yeah. Well, you never went to prom, right?
Never.
And I never went to prom either. So it was
never gone to any kind of school dance either.
But how many people can say that they went to their first prom with their spouse? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I loved it. I thought it was really cool the way it was set up. I think some of the things were a little bit poorly executed. Like getting the single was poorly executed. Where the merch was at was poorly executed. Where they had the picture set up, there were things about it I didn't like, but ultimately it was a really fun time.
I only have one complaint. They had no chairs, which this venue that I had went to before had chairs. So when I heard they were going back to this venue, I was really excited because it gives me the opportunity to go sit down and rest so that I can actually like enjoy the show. They didn't have any chairs, which we got there super early.
Mm-hmm.
So I was physically in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. So I like had to sit on the floor, which is kind of scary when there's a bunch of people walking around you. I at one point had asked like staff like if I could get a chair, and they were like, "There's no chairs."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Like I seen somebody else that had one, so I was like,
yeah. Which the other 2 times that I went there, because we went there for Hallowicked, the Hallowicked tour they had in 2018. We went, they had chairs, and when I went and saw Fear Factory back in 2012, they had chairs.
So like, once they went on, like that was enough distraction for me that nothing else really mattered.
Yeah.
But like the pain after, like barely being able to walk to the car, it was awful. And I was really sad because I really liked that venue.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that it had a lot of space. You could go like sit different areas. Like, well, you could even just standing in different areas. I liked that.
Yeah.
You weren't all in one big square box. You had different areas you could go to.
Yeah.
And that was nice. You're more spread out.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm totally happy that we went. Regrets. Regerts? I heard that.
I'm sick.
Yeah, her Tommy's yelling at her. Clown Bake. Can you bring little Coleman stoves with butane, mini butane to boil water? Yes, you can.
To concerts or to gatherings?
to the gathering.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually bought one for a camping trip we were supposed to go on right now. There's a festival in northern Indiana we were going to go sell as vendors. We were going to camp, but she fell ill, so we didn't end up going. Which
it just really sucks because I feel like it was taken from me last year because of COVID. They had to cancel.
Yeah.
And then this year was going to be our first year going as vendors. So as you can imagine, I got a lot of money invested in setup and clothing racks and canopies and stuff. And then now I can't go again. So now I'm also out my vendor fee of paying for my lot. And because I didn't go this year, I could potentially lose my spot for next year if they fill up too fast. That really sucks.
Yeah.
So this is like the worst vacation ever for me right now. I'm not happy.
Yeah. Which going to the gathering could help make up for the lack of camping.
It's the lack of money that I'm losing right now that really sucks.
Your health's more important.
And I was really I love camping. I was really looking forward to some one-on-one time with you and your beard, and it's killing the mood, you know?
You can still have one-on-one time with me and the beard.
I'm sick?
Yeah.
You would want to make out with me when I'm sick?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it right now.
Oh, that's on our OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Have you ever considered opening one?
No.
Would you?
No.
With me?
Not. No, I made a TikTok and I made one video.
What if we wore masks the whole time?
Maybe.
So no one would know it was us.
They might know. This is kind of a giveaway right here.
How would they know?
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
Prom was dope. Replicon Radio says prom was dope. Poop Nanny was a blast. The ICP Shonay, the office was wild. What?
It was really good.
What is ICP Shonay?
Do you know it was like, you know, people like say that they miss like old ICP vibes, like in music and stuff. How they had like old skits and they did more of the like, I don't know how you say like comical. Like they had that at this concert. They had Jump Steady as like the school principal or something. He would come up on stage and he would like talk to you like as he was a school principal. It was hilarious. And then they had like the security were like the parent chaperones or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool. Like it was so comical and just so fun. And he did a really good job. He did.
Yeah.
You can tell he was really nervous at first. He stuttered a lot. But he did a really good job. And it was really comical.
Yeah. I loved it. We just found our segue. Do you see this right here? We just found our segue into our next topic.
That, but look, you got that one.
What one? That one here?
And this one.
Anything new with you guys? Pretty much just living life.
Yeah, we got an evaluation at work.
Oh yeah, we did back in June. So we both got raised. We actually worked together. If you guys didn't know,
He
I
followed
left my job.
me. Followed me to my place of employment. Switched departments and now shared the desk next to me.
Yeah, well,
in the same room.
You talked me into leaving, so
I just think you're obsessed.
No, you talked me into leaving, so I did. I'm super glad I did.
I'm just, I'm joking, right?
Yeah, I know. Okay. You have to give me shit, which I have to try to give it back.
But anyways, they did like this new evaluation thing at work where instead of just like answering like on a scale 1 to 5, like how productive someone is or like do they contribute, your boss had to actually like write a paragraph about each topic. So it was, when they read it to me, it was just like, like when your parents are proud of you kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It felt so good to be appreciated and to get that like really personal input because they had to write about you. And then we got a $4 raise.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I got that. And I am so happy at my job. And I think you were so good at it. And I'm so glad that you gave it a try.
I am too.
Because you were so good at it.
I really am too. So.
And like, trust me, we could write a book about the stories at work. Which, if I could get around the whole HIPAA thing, I would totally do because, woo, I got stories. Let me tell you.
Let's see. With ICP releasing merch for 30 years of ICP, I would hope they re-release the Juggalo jersey that Jamie was wearing in We Don't Die. That would be cool.
You don't pinch your wife. That's
jerseys,
spousal abuse.
If jerseys weren't so expensive, I would consider buying more, but they're so expensive.
Why don't you sell some shirts?
Yeah.
And buy some more jerseys.
But the thing is, man, Buckshot's going to turn me into a jersey collector because the Double Dragon jersey is dope. The brand new Cabal jersey is dope. And if you guys aren't listening to Cabal, go listen to Cabal, man. Dope shit.
So did you want to do your segue then?
I don't know. Honestly, we've been live streaming over an hour. We could probably take our other two topics and save them for the next Juggalo talk.
I'm good for a little bit longer if you want.
You're good for a little bit longer? All right. Well, then let's segue and talk about
who commented though. I mean, it was already one of our topics, but
yeah, Sean Wall, which probably what prompted it was the title of the video is talking about gathering talk, ABK, and the Twiztid feud becoming too toxic.
My last experience with ABK was not good. I love his music, but I seen him at the gathering in person, and it was not a good experience.
Really? Yeah. Oh, when he was at the merch booth, his merch booth.
Yeah, it was not good.
Oh, he was just.
I don't know, and I don't know what it's like to have his job, so I don't want to be like, oh, well, because I can't speak for him, but it was not a good experience.
Yeah,
I will say that. I have nothing good to say about that experience. And we're there we bought merch of his, and he's at his merch tent, and we've never met him in person like that, so it was really exciting for us as we're like walking up, and like literally just all that was such a letdown. Like the way that he talked and handled himself and his whole attitude and persona, like it was not good. But that's the thing. Like, I don't know if he had a really bad day or he wasn't feeling good, or
that could be because that was day one of the gathering.
Yeah, which is like
so maybe he was just like tired from the road, whatever.
Yeah,
because the next day I'd seen him.
I mean, I still listen to his music, and I still like love his music.
He was on a golf cart, and I like walked up. I said, "Hey, Killa." He's like, "Hey." I said, "Love tampon juice. It's banging out." And he said, "Oh, thank you." And he was like kicking it with the Juggalos, so I didn't have that same vibe the next day.
But you know how like your first impression's everything.
Mm-hmm.
My first impression of meeting him in person was very bad. Yeah, it was not good, and that just is something that's always stuck with me. When I think of him, I now think of that experience, and it just kind of stinks,
Try to I would say try to reroute that by thinking of the time we were at Wrestle Rap.
That was
and
cool.
he was performing Last Chance, and like we were
Dude,
just like that mental connection that everybody had.
We were so close, like to where the stage was. Like I could see the sweat on him, and to look around this small room, a small venue, and half the people are crying, and we're all like in that moment, all experiencing the same kind of heartbreak. It was beautiful. Like his speech before the song, and then the song that he performed. It was just beautiful. It really was.
Yeah. You see what Fear the F Beard said there?
No.
He said, I've met ABK a few times. One time was a douche, next 30 times was amazing. So maybe we caught him at a bad time.
Yeah. Well, you don't know.
Happens.
People have their own shit going on. You just don't know.
You know, imagine us being at the gathering. We just climbed up, which we did have a lot of juggalos come up and say shit to us. Imagine if we were so tired from the hill, we get up there, meeting me for the first time, meeting you for the first time. They come up and they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? And we just like gave them this cold shoulder.
It wasn't just us, though. It was the guy that was working with him in the merch booth. He was like really rude to him too.
Yeah, which maybe he was upset with the guy. If he's the merch guy and he's not doing his job, and ABK had to go be the boss.
But as somebody who has a merch booth and sells at vendor shows, this is your product. You got to connect with the customer. You got to, I'm not saying I expect that level. I'm just saying.
Yeah, which this wasn't even the ABK topic we were gonna have. Sean Wall, sorry.
It wasn't.
Yeah, says I don't know if ABK is switching sides or not. So one of the things I want to talk about.
I too don't think we should call them sides.
I mean, there's been a line drawn in the sand for sure. And
I just feel really passionate, and I think I've talked to you about this before, like with the dates conflicting with Twiztid's show right now, and the Gathering and Twiztid thing being on the same dates. I don't think it's fair to make juggalos have to choose. I don't think that's right. Juggalos fans of both should be able to go to both and not have to choose.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
And I think it's really unfair to put people in situations where they have to choose.
Right. So what I wanted to talk about with ABK, because I've been seeing people talk about it. I got a random message from my brother the other day, and his only question was, his statement was, ABK is about to lose a lot of fans. And I said, why do you say that? He said, because he chose to go to Attack of the Ninjas over the Gathering. And my response to him was, did he choose to not go to the Gathering, or did they not book him for the Gathering? So, ABK's been doing a lot of shows with Twiztid, with MNE. He just was part of the East Side Ninjas. So people are now starting to ask, is ABK going to join MNE? And I've made multiple videos about whether or not I thought ABK was going to go to MNE. And I've stated in them that I don't think that he would, because he's been doing his thing on Native World ever since Medicine Bag dropped 11 years ago almost. He's been doing his thing on Native World. Just because he hasn't put shit out on Psychopathic Records, he's been keeping busy. But so people were asking if they thought he was going to join MNE, and I always would say he doesn't need to. He's doing his own thing. But now I'm at a point where I kind of wonder, should he join MNE? And again, he's been killing it on his own. But when I listen to Medicine Bag, and then I go listen to like Shapeshifter Prelude, which does have some good ass songs, but when I go listen to the Killer Features album, double Killer Features, triple Killer Features, even Tampon Juice, Medicine Bag production levels here, they're notched back just a little bit. So to me, it feels like he's not able to, properly. Like he doesn't have the proper resources to put out what he could through the support he has from a label.
So you think, which is a fair statement, that he should do what he needs to do to better himself in his career. Mm-hmm. And if that means he's not getting it where he is, that maybe for his career's sake, he should move on.
Yeah, or like link up with them, because they are homies from back in the day.
And that would be okay, and that we should still love and support him, because
absolutely. And that's my big thing is like when Blaze went and sided with Twiztid and joined MNE, I was like, that's no surprise to me because they're homies. You know what I mean? I would be more shocked that he would stay. And really, I would really say the same thing about ABK. ABK staying as long as he did with Psychopathic actually surprised me a little bit because he was the first one out of all of them to leave in the first place. You know what I mean? And then he came back, which caused ABK and Twiztid to have a little bit of a beef until Twiztid leaves, and then all of a sudden everything's good between those two. So I was actually shocked ABK stayed as long as he did after Twiztid and Blaze left, because those were the homies. They helped, Twiztid helped get Blaze on, who then helped ABK get on. So I think that ABK joining MNE would be a good thing for him. I know a lot of Juggalos would hate it. I think a lot of Juggalos have probably already cut their ties with him just because, right now it's ICP or nothing. But I think it would be good for ABK. And here's the thing. He's announced multiple projects. Road Fools 2 hasn't come out. Shapeshifter, he said, was supposed to come out, I think, December of 2018. He said it was finally supposed to come out. He said it
at the gathering, too. Like, we went to the gathering seminar.
Yeah.
His seminar. They had brought it up, and he, made a comment about he's so tired of, people bringing it up. And I mean, I'm sure he gets asked all the time. Well, he used to get asked all the time. And he had mentioned at his seminar, he was just like, stop asking. And he kind of sounded like the way he worded it, like his hands were kind of tied.
Yeah.
Which made me even more suspicious. Why hasn't it come out? What's going on?
Right. Which, my assumption is because it has production from Young Wicked. That's why it's not coming out. So think about this. Think about that. What I just said. Production from Young Wicked. So if he goes and he signs with MNE, links up with Young Wicked, if he's got his lyrics written down somewhere, he could redo all the songs just with new beats. So it wouldn't be like the original one they had put out or had already recorded, but they could potentially finally release Shapeshifter in that fashion. And even with Straight Jacket production for that matter, because he's no longer with Psychopathic Records. Like ICP was like, you produced a song that Twiztid used, bye.
I think it's really sad.
So,
because I think, and this kind of goes back to that whole really toxic environment. You should be allowed to like Twiztid or not like Twiztid and still be friends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Juggalos should not have to choose or feel like they have to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's already such a divide when they plan the gathering dates. Or I don't know if it was on purpose or not. I'm just saying the fact that they are on the same dates makes things even worse, because now people who enjoy both are now having to choose. And some of your homies are going to choose one, and some of them are going to choose the other. And you're not going to get to experience the gathering together because some of you are off doing that, which is fine. But it just kind of breaks my heart that that's what it's come to, is why would you make your fans, if that was the only dates available, which kind of seems really odd, but if it was, I could maybe see that then. But I would almost rather be well, let's do November, if we have to, or something, or let's do an indoor game convention instead of camping, and we'll do hotel. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Which you pretty much segued and jumped right into our next topic. And that is the ICP and Twiztid feud becoming too toxic?
Well, before we switch to Twiztid, why is ABK not on the list for playing at the gathering?
Honestly, it's probably because he's been doing shows with MNE. He just did the Eastside Ninjas. And you kind of look at the track record of things. Light was supposed to be on an Underground Avenger song.
Where's Light? Where is...
That was released through Magic Ninja.
But
the song that he was supposed to be on was featuring Twiztid. So suddenly you have Light that just disappears, which Shaggy
can I say something about Light before you move on? Yeah. And I know it's an unpopular opinion because he doesn't agree with me. I think we deserve an explanation where Light is. Because here's my reasoning. When they brought him on, right? They hyped him up to the Juggalos. Who supported him? Who bought his merch? Who pre-ordered his CD?
Yeah.
Right? So we show him the love and the support, and then he's just gone. We deserve an explanation.
Yeah, like
even if it's like, oh, he's got family issues or he's sick or
that's up to Light to say.
Is it?
Yeah, it's up to Light to say. He's the one that's just kind of disappeared.
Okay, here, check this. So let's say you're dating someone new. You bring him home for Thanksgiving, okay? Then y'all break up. And your family's like, where's Light? Where's that nice young man you had here for Thanksgiving? And you're like, that's his choice to tell you if he wants to. No, honey. You brought him home to Thanksgiving. You told your whole family about how amazing he is.
They did do that.
They welcome him. You owe them.
They did do that, though. At the 2018 gathering, they had stated they're not signing new artists. When you go and you look at ABK, or when you go and you look at Ouija Mac and Big Hoodoo's new albums, they're not Psychopathic Records albums. They're Chapter 17, which is Ouija Mac, and Ear Drug Music, which is Big Hoodoo's new solo label he's doing. So when they announced that they weren't signing new artists and that they were just, basically just going to focus more on ICP, that was them basically saying that there's really not anybody on the label. At this point, it's just Psychopathic affiliates.
So why isn't Light on that list?
Like I said, you could assume the same thing.
So where is Light?
Who knows?
We deserve an Instagram post, a Twitter post, a Facebook post.
So
I want an email subscription sent out. I want to know where the fuck is Light and why he isn't in the picture.
I'll tell you where Light's
Why was he not at the gathering? The last one?
Mm-hmm.
Why was he not at the prom night? What about Hollow Wicked? He wasn't there either.
Because he's not an artist anymore.
Why? Where's he at?
I don't know.
I just feel like
they do have a henchman. That's what I mean by Psychopathic affiliates.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying even just a peaceful hey, we're not signing Light at the moment. We just have affiliates. If you want to still support him, here's his own website or his own Facebook, or I don't know, just something to let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I see a lot of people that are saying that Chauncey just said, don't get mad that I'm choosing sides, but I choose sides. Well, I've seen a few people saying that. I would never give a shit who you side with.
But that's our whole point, is that you are allowed to choose sides and you're allowed not to, and that should all still be the same.
The point,
that should be okay that you choose sides and you not get bullied for it.
Yeah. My thing when I say that the feud's becoming too toxic is exactly what you felt defensive in stating that you were choosing a side, because the feud's become so toxic that everybody's at each other's throat. You have the people that do still support both that are, they're being ripped in half because they have people pulling them this way, it's Psychopathic only, and people pulling this way, MNE, fuck Psychopathic. They're getting pulled in multiple directions. So you have, from the fans' point of view, that's become so toxic now. But also, I put out a tweet a few weeks ago, and I had stated how much I love Double Dragon, and I would love to see that go on tour, or even as a show at the gathering. And Buckshot responded and said that he was told he is no longer welcome at the gathering as long as he continues to work with Twiztid. So,
that's official. Like he...
Yeah, that's
said that on public social media.
Right, that's on Twitter. So if what he is stating is true, and I believe him, there's no reason to doubt it, because look what happened to Straight Jacket. A song comes out Twiztid and Boondocks, and it featured production by Straight Jacket. All of a sudden, ICP doesn't have an engineer, and they're not able to get Yum Yum Bedlam out because they need to hire a new engineer. Like, what happened? And then you see Ryan Gibson, which is Straight Jacket, leaves Psychopathic Records as his employer. So taking that instance, I would believe what Buckshot is saying, because the track record shows. Again, Light tried to do some stuff with MNE, disassociated with. I believe at one point DJ Clay as well, because he was supposed to be at a show that ROC was supposed to be at, and then suddenly like he just kind of fell off, and you really didn't hear much from him.
Cross-eyed there for a minute.
Did I?
You okay?
I went lazy.
Come back, DC.
Oh my god!
I want to make a comment on the chat real quick, if that's okay, because they were talking about how the toxicness or whatever,
the toxicity,
is online mostly. It's not really like that in person. And I would agree most of it's online. However, I did have a weird experience at a gas station. Do you remember that? We went to the, I don't know if you were with me or not. Went to the gas station. Yeah, you were with me. And so like his car has like Hatchet Men and stuff on it, decals, right? And this car had a bunch of MNE stuff on it. And in a split second, I got so excited. I'm like, oh, another Juggalo, another ninja. And we were going to say, you know, like whoop whoop or like ninja, you know, what ninja, you know, whatever. And I hesitated. I was so excited to see another like Juggalo or whatever at our local gas station. And then I stopped and hesitated because they didn't have any Hatchet Men, anything on their car. And I was like, what if they're not going to feel the same way about me? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they could have been really dope-ass people. But they're going to turn around and see us with all of our Hatchet Men. And they're going to be like, I don't know what their reaction could have been. And I kind of chose, like, they were walking away, and then it was too late, and then I was like, because I hesitated, and then it was like,
yeah, Crazy McCormick. It ain't about other people's choices and sides. For me, it's about other people's respecting my decision and not crying about my choice. Exactly. That's what I wish everybody would do. Is like,
you have the right to choose, and that's that.
2017 became so toxic, and you know everybody's right. It's primarily online.
In an unpopular opinion, someone should be able to choose to not support Twiztid, but still be able to listen to their old shit.
That's true.
And that's okay.
Like I still get comments all the time. Like, oh, I thought like I could make a video about MNE, and they're like, oh, I thought you said fuck Twiztid. First of all, this is not Twiztid. This is
did
Boondocks.
Say though.
This is Boondocks.
And you'll forever eat this. Blaze. That you were never gonna make another video, and you've made videos since then.
About Twiztid?
And I know every time you do, you get a comment on it that they always bring that back up, and I just think it's so funny because it's like that's all you got from the whole video. Yeah. Like people are allowed to like when that whole thing went down, like be upset and then change their mind too. Like you're allowed to.
Well, and the big thing about when me saying I'm not going to make any more videos about Twiztid was more so me saying that I'm not going to follow what they do and make a video every time they do something that I don't agree with. Like that's what I was done doing.
I know that. I'm just saying like it was an example of like the toxicness.
Yeah.
Is that now every time you make a video with them in it, somebody always comments, oh, it never fails. Because we do actually read the comments that I thought you said, if that was 2 years ago, man, like, I don't even remember what I said 2 years ago, you know? And people's opinions change. People mature. They meet different people. So their point of views are exposed and molded and shaped differently. And, like, if I had a conversation with myself 20 years ago, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
People change. People, you know, mature and stuff. So.
It's definitely become... For me, where it's toxic is if ICP is so, and I'm going to say it, if ICP is going to be so petty that they want nothing to do with someone who has done work with Twiztid, that to me is toxic.
Very toxic. Because
like, if they're not going to book Buckshot because of who he like hangs out with or who he does music with, why? Like, what's your full reasoning behind that? Because
I will say, too, I do appreciate their honesty.
The other thing about that is Buckshot was at the march. So, you know, like the hatred they have for Twiztid with the whole Young Wicked situations, like, to me, it feels like it's so toxic. It feels like they could potentially hurt themselves in the long run.
That's really sad, too. I forgot about he was at the march.
Because at what point do you go, well, Kung Fu Vampire, he featured Twiztid years ago, so we're not going to have him anymore. Or, you know, Tech 9.
Was he at Last Gathering?
Yeah, he was at Super Gathering.
He was?
Yeah.
Now,
granted, he hasn't done any new music.
Because we missed it. Didn't we miss his set?
No, we saw
it. We seen him at 17. That was the first time we seen him live.
Yeah, we were there. We were there for, because remember he did.
Oh yeah, I remember now. He was down there at that bottom stage. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah,
But that is
MNE
so
handles the
sad.
merch for Ritz and Chris. Is that a deal breaker? Exactly. Like,
That's a good point.
Is their hatred for Twiztid so strong and so toxic that they will stop work with those two as well because of their affiliation with Twiztid? Like, I get it. You don't like Twiztid anymore. You don't want anything to do with them. And I would even also understand if you're not going to book artists that are on MNE, because if Twiztid has a say in how much they want for that artist to perform, then yeah, it's probably best for you to be like, nah, we're not going to book them. But Buckshot is mob style music. You know, Tech Nine, Chris Calico. Well, I guess Chris Calico not anymore. Tech Nine, strange music. Chris Calico is ear house music. Ritz is clientele. You know what I mean? Like, they're all doing their own thing, and they're not technically affiliated with M&E if they're just doing stuff with Twiztid, and that's just business. That's just making
sad.
money.
The whole thing is just sad.
Yeah, exactly. Replicon, we get so much hate for showing Twiztid and MNE love constantly. Usually it shows it's all love, but it's so much hate besides that. I've loved this Juggalo world for like 27 years. Exactly. You should be able to show love for Twiztid. I should be able to show love for Boondocks and Blaze because I still support them. You know, and it has happened. I should be able to not do videos on Twiztid. I get asked all the time about it. It's like I don't listen to them. And I should be able to state that and not like, is it because they didn't go to the march? No, it's not because they didn't go to the march. I didn't go to the march. You know what I mean? Like, that was not it for me. It was just, that's just not it. You know?
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, the pettiness does make it hard to support the music that you love. And to me, it's very heartbreaking to know how either you're with us or forget us ICP is with that, you know? Like, I understand why they've cut ties with Twiztid, and I understand why they probably have cut ties with any MNE artists. But people that aren't on that label, that just affiliate and work with them, that to me, I don't understand. That to me is toxic.
Well, I mean, look at the last comment, like how Buckshot went to, and he's still banned.
Yeah.
That's so, like, I can't even, like, I don't understand that. Like, there has to be more reason behind that. There has to be. It's not enough.
You know, they stated in that Faygo Lovers interview that they wholeheartedly believe that Young Wicked is their enemy. And because of Twiztid signing, this is what they've stated. Because of them signing him, that's why they want nothing to do with them. That's legit the reason they gave for why they're like done with Twiztid. Now, I don't know if that's changed since then.
Don't they have a kid, though? His daughter?
Yeah, Samantha and
So think how toxic that has put her in a position now.
Unless their reasoning has changed, that's the last reason I had seen or heard of why they want nothing to do with Twiztid. And their reasoning is 100% different than my reasoning for being done with Twiztid.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think before you end the live stream, though, we should take time to take suggestions for topics for next episode.
Yeah.
And we may or may not use them all. We may kind of throw in a couple of our own, but I think that would be really cool if we took suggestions and wrote them down and incorporated them to next time.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there before you do your outro.
No, I like that idea. I would definitely say let's wrap up just a little bit. I would say let's turn it to the chat.
Okay, we got a marker that I can start writing down some ideas.
Is right in this drawer right there. Exactly. Sam is also the reason behind it. Just can't blame James. And I've stated it in videos before. You know, Young Wicked was just doing the same thing that ICP rapped about on a little something something. He was getting him a little something something. Regardless of whether Jump Steady liked it or not, and whether Jay liked it or not, he was just doing his thing. You know what I mean? And like Kung Fu Vampire stated, it's none of my business what another man does with his wiener. Fireworks float. I need fireworks, Faygo. I don't have it. Something happened. Oh, I think my Noise canceling died. It got quiet. I need Fireworks Fago. I actually want to do a Fireworks Fago review like I did the cotton candy one because that video does really good, even though I get made fun of for it.
I think a topic next time should be things to take to the gathering.
Things to take to the gathering? Ooh, gathering tips. That's a good one.
Because we've been to 3, so.
Yeah, I've been to 3, you've been to 2.
You just gotta. You didn't really have to say that.
Since I'm here, Shameless Plus, I think that's supposed to say plug, Tony Schiavone wrestling commentator and Dirk Manning comic writer, both live on Replicon this Monday. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Check
So
out Replicon
are they not
Monday.
having any wrestling at this gathering either?
I don't think so. I didn't see
there's so much. There's so much.
I didn't see any wrestling. I keep going back to this map. This entire stream has been gathering talk, which is good.
Well, it's a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
It's a very big deal.
Gathing tips.
Someone needs to give you marriage tips.
Yeah, there's no wrestling ring. Oh, yes, there is. JC. Oh, they got it down by the main stage. Yeah, they did that at Whoopstock as well. I've only been to 20. God damn. Every single one.
Well,
hell yeah, dude.
You know what, though? Here's the other thing that we didn't really mention. So if we do miss this gathering, one thing that we had talked about, and I had told him, is that I feel so incredibly blessed for how much we have been able to experience. We were at the very first game convention, and really the only one that actually went all the way through. And they may never have another one. We got to go to Hollow Wicked. We've been to at least one gathering, one game convention, one Hollow Wicked, several different concerts. I feel incredibly blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't make it to this one, yes, I'm going to be heartbroken. But
and homicidal?
No. I have a dog to take care of now.
You have 2? Wait, you have 2. You have to love her, even if she annoys you.
I have 2 dogs to take care of.
Okay. Coma has suggestion topics. Monster 5 Live.
Ooh, yes.
Which put Monster Live Ultra Live Monster 5. It's a tongue twister for sure. The DCG Con, that is a damn good topic. DCG Con.
Why? Did they talk about having another one?
Mm-hmm. Jumpsteady's been teasing that shit. He has stated there will be another one.
Who was going to tell me?
I have told you.
Now?
No, I have told you before this because the first time I had mentioned or I had heard him talk about it was during the October live streams.
That is fake news.
And I told you then.
You did not.
Yes. Replicon Radio, I haven't missed an Astronomicon or Attack of the Ninjas either, and still won't. So
well, real quick.
I honestly don't have any desire to go to Astronomicon because I'm not really a fan of conventions like that. But I almost went to Attack of the Ninjas back in 2018. They were actually in Kokomo, Indiana, which is like a stone's throw for me. But yeah, I had made a comment about being excited to see Drive-By that Chuck Reeves somehow misconstrued as me saying I was going to be up there doing a drive-by. So for my own safety, I felt like I probably wasn't welcome there anymore.
Yeah, he like threatened us.
So
it's ridiculous.
Where the fuck is Chuck Reeves at? He like vanished too. He's just gone too.
A couple people have commented about Yum Yum.
Yum Yum, yes. Yum Yum Bedlam.
You did kind of already mention that a little bit in this live stream. Did you still want it on here?
Sure. I mean, honestly, talking about the new Joker's card is something we can always talk about every episode.
Well, you kind of mentioned the recap.
I have a hunch. It's purely speculation, but I feel like the Gathering is a great place to release Yum Yum Bedlam.
If you had a seminar.
So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they did. And somebody said in the chat earlier that Shaggy has stated in their live streams that Yum Yum is closer than we think.
Shaggy and the Creep Show, yay or nay? Ooh.
Shaggy the Creep Show, yay or nay? Not Palcast, the actual show /vlogs. I watch the vlogs. I don't watch the Palcast. I don't watch a lot of live streams though.
We watch the vlogs.
Yeah, we watch the vlogs. Well, yeah. Obviously.
You're married now.
Well, obviously we watch it together.
We.
Topic: Ride as Alias. Mine is.
I actually have mentioned to him like us doing our own version of like Shaggy McCreep and how I think that would be really fun to do.
We used to do vlogs. We gotta get your channel going again. Nah, me.
I still do vlogs and I still do concert footage.
We gotta do more.
I have the Prom Massacre concert vlog up.
Yeah.
It's got tons of concert footage in it. I don't know what he's talking about. But I meant more like Shaggy the Creep style, where we go do like goofy, silly, like dares almost. Like we could do like a truth or dare thing and like just kind of film us being silly, I guess.
Yeah.
And not breaking our arms.
She refused. Like every time I bring up the clip of Shaggy breaking his arm, she's like, "Nope, I'm not watching it. I don't want to hear it." It was actually hilarious how it happened because he was.
I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm serious. He was like,
and I'm serious. I don't want to hear it.
I'm just saying he was.
I don't care.
All I'm saying is,
I don't care.
You're not listening to me. I'm just saying.
Would you like a shush pop? Would you?
He was like a fucking boss, man. He fucking hit.
Can you respect that? I don't want to hear it.
And he hit.
Listen.
Okay.
Stop.
But nah. Anyway, anybody that's seen the episode with the parkour knows that shit was fucking
Best
hilarious.
ICP music videos.
Oh, that's a good one. There was one up here too. It said, what did it say? Your best and worst psychopathic from outer space tracks and why.
You know what would be a good topic?
That's a good one.
Best and worst concert, ICP concert we've been to.
Ooh,
and why.
Yeah, you came up with that all on your own. Look at that. Yeah, the slow motion scream. I love how the first thing out of his mouth was parkour. Like, bruh, if I broke my fucking arm, I'm gonna be like,
why are people talking about?
You know what I mean? I'm cussing. He's just like, parkour. I broke my arm. It's broken. It was hilarious the way it happened. The audio.
So you know how like
hilarious.
some people are like scared of like bugs or insects or snakes or like doctors or oceans or something like that. I don't like bones. I will watch the grossest, gruesome surgery videos possible. I don't want to see or hear any bones breaking. That gives me anxiety. And I broke my arm, which like almost sends me into like an anxiety attack thinking about it.
Yeah.
It was traumatic. And if I see anybody, it's almost like my arm will start to hurt.
Mm.
It's so weird.
The thing about it is you don't hear the arm break. You hear the gravel.
Can we change? Can we move on?
All right, we'll move on.
Good Lord, you're like torturing me over here.
I'm just saying you don't hear
I heard you.
So as long as you're not looking, you would never know what happened. Oh, Coma Black, where should the next Juggalo day be? Indianapolis, Indiana?
No. Mm-mm. It needs to be, I'll say it right now. It needs to be somewhere they don't like normally have gatherings.
The West Coast.
Yeah, so that those Juggalos can get to experience something similar to the gathering.
They've had one out that way so far.
The
one in 2019 was
so
Los Angeles.
like you know how again
or no, it was
how blessed we are to live in Indiana.
Yeah,
the game convention and concerts in Michigan and Ohio for gatherings, we're incredibly lucky. Not everybody is. They've had them in Florida. They had one in New York. Maybe have one out in California. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
somewhere out that way.
See, I always kind of felt like that's what they were trying to do, like because it seemed like they were starting to have more of the Juggalo Day concerts. They were kind of moving them down south a little bit. And then when they had the DCG Con out west, which honestly I felt really fucking sucked because out of all the events, that's a fun one.
And imagine if that was you for everything. If you lived out west and you missed everything because you were out west.
Yeah.
They could at least deserve to have Juggalo Day.
Yeah, I would say
that's
out west.
final.
Yeah. Boom. That topic's already done. Don't even write it down. I'm just kidding.
No, like I was doing like how the judges go like
hit it with the gavel.
Yeah, they deserve that. Are you kidding me?
No, it was. I don't think it was Vegas. Vegas was. I'm pretty sure Vegas was 2019. I think 2020 was Los Angeles.
Wait, so he didn't break it?
What?
Someone says, does it help that he didn't break it?
Oh yeah, he didn't actually break it. I think he like dislocated it.
Oh, well then that's totally different.
Well,
I just
now you
can't-
can watch the clip.
I just can't do broken, but like, so even okay, like DC was getting a tooth pulled, and he wanted like asked me to go back with him, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be such a supportive girlfriend. I was like, oh, it's okay. We get back there, and I hear it like grinding, and it slipped. Right, the guy, like the dentist, pulled on your tooth, and it slipped, and I heard it, and I was like, I like got up. I was like, sorry, I love you. I'm gonna be out in the waiting room. I felt so bad, but it was like just
So Yakima Juggalo says he travels 2,000 plus miles to gather. Damn. Yeah. He didn't say where he lived. Okay, so Fear the Effing Beard is in Ohio. I thought you were in Ohio. How did you know he has Firework Faygo where he lives?
Okay.
Where the fuck's ours?
How many places have you checked? One?
Yeah, it's the one that has Moon Mist Blue. That's like a rare flavor.
So you checked one place and you've already given up?
No, I haven't. I keep going every week. Every time I got to get gas on the company card, that's where I get it at.
But there's another gas station across town that usually has good Faygo.
That's the one I talk about. That's the one I'm talking about.
I think I'm the other one over here.
No, that's the one I'm talking about.
Have you checked the one here?
Over here? Which one?
The one that we live by?
Speedway?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not known for the flavors.
You checked Martin's?
Yeah, they don't have it.
You just said,
speaking of Faygo.
You just said you only checked one place. Now you're changing your...
Speaking of Faygo, guys, look what I...
Wait, look.
We were just talking about it. This was bought before 2017.
How dare you use that note?
I mean, I still use it. It's still
you
paper.
said in one video 5 years ago that you would never bring them up again, and you still have that notebook.
Look what I found, guys. Sink or float. I found all the flavors because that was going to be one of my excuses for not doing it, is I don't remember what flavors were next. But I found it. So the excuse I gotta go with is I try not to drink pop anymore. And as I'm complaining about not being able to find Firework, I don't drink as much pop.
You're kind of controversial, aren't you?
Contradictive, yeah, for sure.
So you even contradicted what I just said.
I don't drink a lot of pop. I'm trying to drink more water. So that on top of also trying to cut out sugar, doing the ice cream, people keep asking if Sink or Float will ever come back, or when will it come back. I don't know that it will. So if there are content creators out there that want to do Sink or Float,
instead of buying like a big tub of ice cream, what if you just go to the ice cream shop and get one scoop?
That's a good point. Well, you have to have at least 3 in a float.
There's no winning with this.
You know what we should do? Just monthly Sink or Float, or
I've suggested that
bi-weekly or whatever. You know what I mean? Do them in the wintertime. Yeah, you know what? I think Sink or Float could come back. We just got to do
what about my idea on my channel?
What one?
The Faygo or not?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to say you want to shoot more of those videos.
No. I begged you to shoot more because I can't shoot them by myself because it's a blind taste test. So it's Faygo or not, and we had like Coke, and then we had Diet Coke, and we had Coke Zero, and then we had Faygo Coke, and it was a blind taste test, and you had to guess which was what, and that was a lot of fun. But I've suggested it to you a few times, and you really haven't wanted to do it.
I'm still down.
And I'm not blaming you, but I'm blaming you because
I'm still down to do it.
I bought the pop for like Faygo Twist and Faygo Red Pop, and I had them in the pantry. And he was like begging to drink them. And I'm like, that's for the video.
Yes, but then you never did
and you were like, well, can I drink it? I'll buy you more. You never have.
That's true.
We can't do the video if we don't have the pop.
Yeah. Fear the Effing Beard. There is vegan ice cream I found. and sugar free. I'll find a way to bring it back. It's been
just go to the store. Just go to like the drive-up ice cream parlor and just get like a small bowl of whatever, and then just do that.
Yeah, it's definitely been highly requested. And Madrox monoxide bring back Sinker Float. I really laughed that I'm lactose intolerant and then I'm eating ice cream. And ew, this isn't that good at all, followed by down here.
Okay, when the camera goes off though, like you guys miss out on the real comicalness of it because he's like complaining about, oh, my stomach, I shouldn't have ate that, I shouldn't break down. I'm like, then why did you? And then he's in the bathroom 10 times. Oh my god, I can't do any more Sinker Floats. And I'm like, okay, then why do you do
them? Bring back skits, you see that? Nobody, man, says bring back the skits.
I have a really good one, and I have most of it written, but I can't get DC on board.
You talking about the...
It's a WAP version, a Juggalo style.
I'm not feeling that one, though.
See? This is what I have ideas. I just can't get them on board. We were, when we were, like, vibing off of each other, different ideas for the WAP, you were cracking up. We were both cracking up laughing at the lyrics. I think we should do it.
I mean, I guess so. I guess so, yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
That was sweet.
That is Nobody Man is DCFAYGOGUY and or Megs is involved. I think that was supposed to be if DCFAYGO. I will probably watch whatever.
I think we would have fun just filming a WAP parody. It would be so much fun to film. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, get on board. I guess we could try.
We would have so much fun just filming it.
You know, the thing that I think what I love too is how
and our lyrics for it are good. Like we have like half of it written. It's good.
I think what discourages me was when we did the if I was in a gang and we were just trying to be jokeful, and people were like it ended up on the Psychopathic Museum and they were like talking shit like this is what I hate about Juggalos. Like we were trying to be funny.
So we made like a jokeful video of like rapping and we got bullied a lot for it. Like that we weren't good rappers or that we can't rap or whatever. And it was a joke. Like we weren't really trying to rap.
Ill Al, what happens to DCFAYGOGUY? What happens to DC video reaction to non-Juggalo music? So I think I remember talking about that idea I had. The Juggalo Reacts, that's the reaction videos I'm starting to do. I had a conversation with somebody, and I'm not going to put them out there, but they had basically, I told them that idea of reacting to music that's like popular now, and it would be like flipping it back on the mainstream because the mainstream's like, oh, ICP sucks. So if I flipped it back around of, oh, this music sucks, go listen to ICP. You know what I mean? That person said, honestly, I'm not behind that. That to me, I would not watch. Like they didn't think it was a good idea. So when that happened, I was like, okay, maybe not. So I just basically wanted it to be a way to discover new music because I'm very bad about being on like, you know, artists that are fucking killing it. Like Loki. Fuck, man, it took Buckshot working with him, which I only ever learned about Buckshot because Boondocks worked with him. And I only ever knew of Boondocks because ICP signed him. So like, you know what I mean? Like Loki's been around for a while and he's been killing it. And I'm just now listening to him. So like the reactions are kind of my way to try to branch out musically when I have the time to sit down and do it. Because they've been suggesting some things. So
really quick, this man right here is a very smart man.
Yakima? Yeah.
I can tell you're a good husband. Okay. But so you have branched out a little bit with like Fear Factory and stuff. And I think just from, I don't know if you're okay with me sharing this, but from us talking, I think DC kind of feels a little discouraged almost to put anything that's not Juggalo related because it doesn't do so well. The views are really low. The comments aren't as good. And, you know, we're here in a sense to entertain, you know, and it's kind of like, when you try to make your friends laugh and stuff, you want to do something that's going to make them laugh, not just for the hell of it. and we want to put stuff out that you guys are going to enjoy. So I think that that's your hesitation. And
yeah, because I for the longest time had people tell me that they would always ask, "Hey, when are you going to review some Fear Factory albums?" Because I'd always talk that I love them.
But I think
I dropped the Demanufacture review, which is one of Fear Factory's biggest albums. And as of today, that video still has less than 100 views. So it's like nobody wants to see that.
If you enjoy doing it.
That's true. And I've always been a preacher of, don't do it for views. Do it because you enjoy it. So.
But I do think we should do the WAP video. I think it would be hilarious.
All right. I think I can get behind it.
You think I can get you to help finish the lyrics and then, let's plan, a video? Right? Because we're going to do, a music video. Come on. It would be so funny.
Yeah.
What started it, we were watching, parodies and stuff. There's this one channel that does music videos without the music. So it just has, sound effects. And the WAP one came up. And you just hear, them walking, the water. And we were just, laughing so hard. And we just kind of, were rapping, bouncing off of each other, different ideas. And that's just how it kind of came about.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you never know who you might influence with your Fear Factory review. You might get a new fan.
That's true.
Might open somebody up to something that they've never been exposed to.
Yeah, except nobody, man. I did a live stream not too long ago, and he said that he's all hip hop, no rap, or all hip hop and rap.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to watch that video.
Right. Godly me, man, you are late because we're actually about to close it off here very, very soon. We're actually almost at 2 hours. I think that's a good stopping point. I'm waiting for the House of Crazy reviews. Honestly, I haven't gotten myself in the right mindset or mood to listen to House of Crazies. I've tried, and I don't. I can't review them until I listen to them, and I just haven't been able to listen to them. That's the truth of why those haven't come out yet. I just haven't had a chance. Not really had a chance. I just haven't had the desire, I guess, to go listen to House of Crazies. So I'm one person. You have lots of fans. Well, a lot of my lots of fans didn't like the Fear Factory review I dropped because, less than 100 views. So, and then, like I said, I'll do the reviews. They're lower on the priority list of videos I want to make now because it didn't do so good. So the plan is still to review them, just drop them where I need to. Know what I mean?
Our 1 year anniversary is coming up.
Oh yeah, it is
this month.
Next Friday, the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think we're at a good start.
And we always go to the gathering for our anniversary too. That's what's kind of.
So we should. I guess we should go then.
Well, this year, because he didn't plan anything for our anniversary, and I had to do all of it.
What do you mean? How do you figure I'm not planning something?
The train ride thing.
Yeah.
I had to do all that.
Oh, that's our honeymoon.
Oh, well, yeah. So,
our honeymoon and our anniversary are two separate things. So you got something planned? Yeah.
What is it?
Well, we'll let you know on the 23rd.
Do I get a hint?
Yeah. It's something involving both of us.
Come on. You got to give me a hint.
Yeah. I definitely want to do it because I like it. But like I said, I look at the views just to see what the audience is wanting. So I plan to still drop them. It's just, like I said.
What are we doing next Friday?
On the priority. We'll talk about that later. Let's talk to the chat right now. Haha, smooth operator. I know you were getting hip on Mushroom Head. Yo, you should check out Bam Ventana. Got some of the same members, but a different vibe for sure.
You'd probably still like it.
I actually fell off of Mushroom Head. I haven't really listened to them since 2016 was the last time I think I listened to them.
We've seen them in concert.
Yeah, a few times. Really enjoy the intellectual value of your videos. You sound very intelligent, and even if it's not a point I agree with, it's very well put.
Holy cow, 11-year anniversary. Congratulations.
Go back and forth. It's cracking me up. I had my anniversary 11 years last Saturday, and then literally this is the conversation that took place that week. Well, congratulations, and thank you for what you said. A lot of people wanted you to get back on videos. They like seeing us together.
And you guys have only one person to blame for that.
Yeah.
Because I would like to know on your Prom Massacre review, why was I not invited to that?
I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know.
I was there.
I think
I get home from work. No, it was the next day. I'm on my lunch break and I like watch YouTube videos. And of course I'm subscribed to him. So it comes up and I'm like, this motherfucker really did a concert review and didn't even ask if I wanted to be in it. I was like,
to be honest, and the reason this is the honest.
I don't even want to hear it.
This is the honest truth.
There's nothing you could say.
It's just easier to go do the video myself real quick.
You're just making it worse. Like, have you learned nothing?
I don't.
Would you like a shovel? It's easier than.
Say there's a video I'm wanting to put out and do, and like everything I want to say is in my mind right now. Like I want to go do it, but you're not filling up to it.
You didn't even ask me.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if that scenario happens.
You didn't even ask me.
I'm just saying.
No.
What I mean? CRM509, how you liking that new Fear Factory? Absolutely love it. But I've annoyed her with it because I've been playing it like nonstop.
I am glad that you invited me for this one.
Yeah. I want to make this a regular thing.
Because one thing, like, he kind of came to me with this idea of like doing a Juggalo talk. Because we always like shit talk about like Juggalo stuff. And we're like, not everybody has that. And we kind of like, you kind of came up with that idea. And I was like, I love that idea. And I miss doing videos with you. So I was totally on board.
Yeah.
Fat or whack?
Boo, Fago. Review Blase Rose OnlyFans. She's been showing up on TikTok and I swiped right past it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I was like one of the first people to try to. I'm not gonna say the first people. I was one of the people that was defending her when she came out, and now I'm like so turned off.
Wait, she has an OnlyFans account?
Yeah,
but I can't have one.
You can. We want to help pay some bills and shit.
I don't help pay bills.
I know you do. I'm fucking with you. Fat or whack? Fat or whack?
Bro, we work the same job. We make the same. What are you talking about?
Fat or whack, artists stopped reaching out to me to check out some of their stuff, and instead I've started doing the Juggalo Reacts. So Fat or Whack kind of got replaced by Juggalo Reacts. Because since that happened, I've had one artist reach out to me, and that was the Northside Mexican, and I did a reaction video to a single with Blaze and Madrox. So that's what happened to Fat or Whack.
Did you see that last comment?
Which one? The DC look like a young Jerry Garcia?
No, the one before.
I love the idea, but especially because it's a female point of view, which is unfortunately very unsupported. In this culture, we could use somebody given a female's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, show. Do I bump Deftones or Incubus? No. I've heard good things about Deftones. I love the group photo she posted from her strip club. What the fuck? Detroit strip club. Just wonder how scary this place. Yeah.
I didn't know does she work there?
I have no idea.
I'm not paying for OnlyFans. I'm really nosy.
You know how hilarious it would be to make an OnlyFans of an OnlyFans page? Take those pictures that you're paying for and charging half price.
You can't do that. You get your account shut down.
No. I had a good idea for like 2 seconds.
I'm not saying that I want an OnlyFans account. I'm saying I think we should have one.
Nah.
It would be fun.
I'm very super self-conscious about being shirtless. I'm actually getting better though. All right, I think we need to wrap this up. Close this off. What do you think?
I don't know. You still got a lot of people watching.
Yeah, we've been going for over 2 hours though. And I'm getting sleepy. Can you tell? All right. I'm not sure yet the frequency of how often we will do.
Are there any last minute topics you want me to add to the list for next episode?
We got quite a bit.
If you have any, now is a chance to put them in the comments. and we'll add them and we'll kind of go through and pick like a few and do it for next episode. And if they doesn't make it in next episode, that doesn't mean that it won't make it into like the next one. Just kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So she does work there. At least she's got a job.
That's true. But yeah, anyway, I'm not sure how often we will do episodes of Juggalo Talk. I definitely don't think it'll be weekly. That's
I think that we shouldn't conform ourselves to keep a schedule of weekly or bi-weekly or even monthly. I think when we're in the mood and we have enough topics, we should just do one.
Agreed. Fuck yeah. So thank you guys for coming to the first episode of Juggalo Talk, YouTube's only Juggalo Talk show that is not a talk show, but we're juggalos. You're juggalos, and we're talking.
Yeah.
Shout out to the members for their continued support in doing giveaways here on the channel. If you'd like to become a part of that, you can hit the join button or the link in the description down below. If not, it's all love either fucking way. Shout out to the CD Loving Kiwi for his $5 super chat earlier in the stream. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.